Hello and welcome to 15 Minute Game. My name is Tony and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more videos. Hey fellow citizens and welcome to the Squadron 42 monthly report for May 2020. Let's have a look at what they're going to say. There's no new trailers, so just lots of words. AI combat. I haven't read any of this, by the way, because I was like, I want to react to it as I go through. We kick off the usual with AI combat, with the main focus firing and vandal combat behaviors. For AI firing, the ultimate aim is for NPC characters to appear real. Yes, that's usually what happens with AI. To this end, we've been using the item provider report. Yeah, so they talk about this the other day, where basically look at ammo boxes and the NPCs will go around and get ammo from them and stuff like that. For example, while advancing, NPCs will be allowed to shoot and reload automatically. However, the internal components will when they're running out. The Vandal, the behavior is progression, including unique actions and navigation traversal, such as special jumps that allow them to climb over large objects. Interesting. That's good. So we've got, at least they're going to be slightly different because, you know, they are an alien race. Would expect them to be a bit different. AI social, still talking about the bartender. So for those who don't know, basically the bartender is going to be kind of in the bar serving drinks and stuff. So alongside cleanup animations and behaviors, they tweak different portions of the overall system. Fine. They use they currently enable patrons to order and consume drinks. Fine. Nothing new there. The patrol tech, they mentioned that the other day. So idle and idle to move animations to be pushed between exit. Yeah, that's fine. The refactored tactical point system and TTS are now in common development branch and track release file for 3.10. During the upcoming sprints, the team will replace in the notes. Fine, so I guess we'll find out about that later today. Animation last month, the animation team assisted in development of Body Dragon. Yeah, we know all that. They also animated weapon reloads and malfunctions for special ops NPCs. Okay. And animated actions to enable AI to undertake generic inspections. Cool, that could be good. Imagine just walking around Hurston or something and getting searched. Don't know if it'll work, but you don't know. Fundamental improvements have been made to the motion capture. Audio. They've done some audio. The audio team, I haven't got much of a write-up there. What the audio team been doing? Well, they've done sound and music. Great. Moving on. Cinematics. The cinematics team routinely work on various scenes across the whole campaign. 3 minutes focus on Chapter 1. They've started the month completing blockouts for the game's openings, including gameplay, camera work, and animation, with a large-scale turret battle. Okay, and a key character on the Javelin. Ooh, who's the key character? I wonder. They've also made several updates to Chapter 2 with single camera shots for Chapter 4. Blocked out Chapter 5 and set up cameras for Chapter 13. Cool, so it seems they've been doing quite a lot. Engineering, this should be interesting. Engineering worked on several tasks that affect both Squadron 42 and the PU, including fixing issues with deep hierarchies, zone changes and area-defining objects for the entity combat. Okay. Physics-wise, they made changes to C++. The team fixed performance regression in game dev and continue to make improvements to Body Dragon. They started looking deformation, how to decouple the Rianda with sim mesh. That's a lot of words, so damage models basically. Engineering submitted the first of the Gen 2 brush rendering, continued work to render graph to schedule passes and bound resources, and unified handling and control over textures. Slider, yeah, sliders, okay. They also fixed the jitter offset computation error. We've all had some of them. There's so many words in here. Okay, that's not too interesting. Especially for Squadron 42, the engineering team started a new UI display. Item designed to consolidate the functionality required for displays into a single entity. Good. So basically, whether the display has power, so it'll just show different outputs when it's damaged. Support for cinematic requirements continued. The actor team continued with body. Yeah, that's the same. Gameplay story. Good. Hopefully, come on. May saw the gameplay story team work on the previously untouched scenes from Chapter 5 and 13. This means we've now implemented over 200 scenes. Wow, that's quite cool. They also continued on Chapter 4 and Chapter 8, including a complicated box carrying scene. Them scenes are so complicated, carry that box. Graphics team's performance in May, with several major issues resolved and several more in the process being completed. Most performance fixes related to excess CPUs on specific frames that resulted in spiking in consistent frame rate. One important performance change was just texture resolutions. Fine. The work on Gen 12 renderer continues. Words. So basically, this allows us to do so use the content such as calculate the required for the current camera position in the canvas manager, which will feature art and the game teams to create dynamic texture content, which is assigned name, ship badges, serial numbers, etc. Level design. The social design team developed usables and NPC behaviors alongside ongoing scene work. Level design continued to alongside the FPS AI to integrate more new behaviors as they come online. And the Space Dogfight team worked on the non-combat investigative behaviors across many of the chapters, the space script and the various patrol. Narrative, last month, narrative continued to support design by providing notes and feedbacks during playthrough sessions. They also undertook dedicated playthroughs to identify where new dialogue lines could be implemented. This month, scripts were created and the lines will be recorded using placeholder actors to... Okay, cool. Props, the props team, so basically just... they've been doing some lines. The props team's created an asset for a scene with a frozen ship. This includes a new frost material and bespoke storytelling props. Good. QA were tasked with creating recorded client scene captures of individual chapters, as well as investigating issues hindering the Simratics team workflow. They also expand to understand the tools. Fine. Tech animation. Tech animation revisit assets to support recent code changes, especially for Squadron 42. Tech animation worked on the Vandal Warrior with more posing and deformation of the character. UI team spent the month working on a new system will allow easily add 3D objects to screens, such as icons for player visors and infantry. The concept line finalizes the lens and scan UI, and they're close to having final concepts for the Gladius hood. One of the key... Yes, the Gladius hood. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And finally, VXF. The VXS spent much of last month in Squadron 42 finalizing concept art for the particularly complex scene early on in the game that involves a huge amount of VFX work, as well as providing good visibility to all departments. We hope to achieve having the concepts well laid out. So that is it. That is the monthly report done. Some interesting stuff in there. I was hoping for a little bit more of an update. I would have liked to just maybe them discussed where they're at. Like, by the way, we're 50% through. Something that would be nice to have a little bit more about Squadron 42. But at least we've got some development updates there. But most of them were on the last report, so I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.